Hello again, welcome to the Golden Points, our third episode, I do believe. What we're going to do today, we're going to start off with a big set of stats, the most important stats in rugby league, the premiership count. Now, first in the premiership count is Souths.
They dominated years ago.
Dominated the 20s, I think.
Got kicked out and came back, and they've got
And
a
they
past glory.
They are still dominant. I don't think they've won a premiership in over 20 years or something like that.
Since they've come back in, they've barely made the top 8.
Yeah, they've barely made
Hardly
it.
made the top 8.
So Souths are winning the premiership count. Second is St George Dragons, 15. Third is the Sydney Roosters with 12.
Woohoo, for deal.
Thank God. We should have, 16 after the last decade, but whatever. Balmain Tigers, 11. Canterbury Bulldogs, 8.
50-50 from grand finals.
Yeah, it's a great record. Manly are on 8 with you.
So it'd be horrifying if they...
Cannot let Manly win another game.
Absolutely horrific.
Personally, I don't want either of those teams to win it ever again.
But you want Bulldogs over them.
7th on the all-time count in rugby league is the Brisbane Broncos with 6. Now, how long have they been in the comp for?
Not as long
Since
as
80, is it 88?
88 or 89.
Yeah, I think it's been just over 20 years. They had like their 20-year celebration.
6 in that long is pretty good.
Yeah,
definitely.
The strike rate, about one every 3, one every 4.
That strike rate is...
4 years, it's crazy.
That's
Well, the thing
incredible.
is, they had Wayne Bennett for, a decade or something
Yeah.
like that. So he's just shows how great a coach he is, taking that kind of young side to, premierships so
So
quickly.
Brisbane are 7. All up, there's 17 teams that have won the comp. 8th is Parramatta. They've won 4.
They won't be winning one for a while.
They won't be winning one for a long
their
time.
development phase will go for a while.
As long as they keep that recruitment in place, no way. 9th is West Magpies with 4.
Not to be confused with West Tigers.
Yes,
West Magpies.
team by themselves. Canberra Raiders 3 and 10th. 11th is the Newtown Jets with 3. 12th the Newcastle Knights. 13th North Sydney Bears with 2. I don't know why everyone loved that team, but cool. 14th is Penrith Panthers with 2. 15 was West Tigers with 1. 16 was St George Illawarra Dragons with 1. And 17 is Melbourne Storm with 1.
So St George.
3.
Wait, you're missing a team there.
I'm not.
Surely, you're missing a team.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Sharks.
my team. We haven't had my team yet.
Where's the Sharks on the list?
No, I must have. No, I don't know.
I think Broncos been in I think we've been in the comp for double the length of the Broncos.
Since 1967.
Yeah, I think it's 44 years.
1967.
You came close.
Double my age.
You came close,
And-
you drew one.
Yeah, you drew one,
and
and then the replay, you didn't score a point.
You got
Yeah.
smashed.
No, I was at 77 or something.
Good old Manly.
Good old Manly.
Win.
Bloody
So,
Manly.
still waiting. Do I have to wait another 22 years?
Oh, you'll wait a long time for that
Probably.
premiership.
I mean, I don't know.
But,
Come on, Carney. Come on.
the point I want to make here is to all the Dragons fans. Now, a lot of you are just like, yeah, Dragons, we've won like 10 premierships. Blah, blah. Your team, St George Dragons, does not exist in the current competition. You won 15 premierships, well done, that's a pretty awesome effort. You're still second in overall. But your current team has won 1 grand final.
15 cannot go higher. 15 is
Because you are a merger club, it is different to the team from before. And that's like the West Magpies 4, West Tigers 1. Balmain Tigers 11, they don't have 12 because they won with West Tigers. It's a different team, so the premierships do not add up.
Did you see that Dean Young, because he's retiring at the end of the year, he will never win a game in Canberra? 0. He's played more Origins, more Test matches than he has won in Canberra.
12 years now, the Hoodoo.
The hoodoo continues.
I love it.
It is great. I
Right.
love seeing Dragons lose. I tell you what, it is great.
Yep, there doesn't think the Dragons will even make the 8 this year now. After
They're
that
touch
loss.
and go now.
Yeah, and Canberra, Canberra are just screwing teams up, aren't they? They're getting wins here and there.
That's like Parramatta as well. Every team Parramatta beats is like, oh, we just lost 2 points for no reason.
Yeah, Sharks, thanks a lot. We're winning 26 at half.
The team that Canberra damaged the most of themselves, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, what were the games on the weekend? We've got Souths and Penrith. They've played 73 now. Souths have won 40. They've drawn 1, and Panthers have won 32. So Souths fans, you've got it over Panthers fans, as well as every other team in the competition, going by premiership count.
Yes.
What do you think of this game, guys?
It was alright. Pretty inconsequential for Penrith. I think they're gone this year.
Oh, they are,
Souths, it was a good win for them. Taylor actually played really well.
He did.
He showed a bit of redemption there, getting dropped from Origin, and Panthers fans would just be hating life when he came in and just barraged them with runs and
Yeah.
it was unfortunate for Penrith, but they've just had no luck this year. Walsh is gone now, and they didn't have Luke Lewis or Jennings. They were just ravaged, as were the Cowboys. But Penrith, their season's gone.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy they're down the bottom of the ladder. It's great to see them down there. But Adam Reynolds for Souths.
Where's he come from? He's if he's so young, and Sando was just their team, which is why they were so crap while he was there for so long. And now he's come in.
Parramatta. He's showing how inconsistent he really was.
No, Cheswold. Yeah, exactly.
But
So
Adam Reynolds at the beginning of the season, he just did what he had to do. Being a halfback's not basic. You got to coordinate the attack and plays.
you best
But he did what he needed to do, and now we're starting to really see the talent that this
What
kid
he
has.
can do without just filling the spot.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly. But I haven't seen him play much this year. But when I saw that Panthers game, that try for
first
David
one.
Taylor was.
yeah, he's been doing
he
stuff
looked
like
up
that.
at
Not just anyone can do that. That's really.
But he assessed the situation, saw there was a gap, wasn't afraid to run the ball in the fifth, gave it off. Beautiful try.
2012, the year of the Reynolds. What? Bulldogs Reynolds, Souths Reynolds.
Oh, I thought-
They've
Oh,
really
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
they've just come out and.
It's just the name of the year.
Well, they weren't even recognised last year. If you say Reynolds last year, you're like, who the hell's
Well,
that?
Josh Reynolds. Oh, I
Josh
thought he was great last year.
Yeah.
So really stepped up this year.
Yeah, Bulldogs. Yeah.
Now I think this was game of the round. Warriors and Cowboys.
Easily.
This game was great.
Bond tried to carry the team.
If you love back and forth football, you would have loved this game, particularly in the second half. And there was a 10 minute period where it was just end to end exciting football. It was fantastic.
Now what about Dallas Johnson?
Now, Dallas Johnson, he is such an underrated player. I don't know if I've said it before, but I absolutely think he's a fantastic individual on the football field. When Kevin Locke, the fullback from the Warriors, makes a line break through who is chasing him? Now, Dallas Johnson knows he's not going to catch him, but he's just putting relenting pressure on him. Surely he goes for the ankle tap. I haven't seen it up close, but who knows if he touched it. But it was the pressure to put him on when he didn't have to be there, and then Bowen was able to tackle him. Now, would Bowen have tackled him without Johnson's pressure? Perhaps. But the fact that he was making the effort, just like Highmarsh does for Parramatta, shows that they are players who constantly always put in for their team.
Exactly, it does bring back.
I think
memories
he's
of
brought a
Highmarsh.
lot of steel to the Cowboys, hasn't he?
Oh,
That's why they're
yeah,
playing so
yeah.
well. He was playing for a few years now, and he's brought a lot defensively. They used to be such crap defence.
Yeah, now it's a lot more solid. Yeah.
Great.
If we are talking about the Cowboys game, though, there was a significant issue, just like in the South Broncos game, which I highlighted before. A Warriors player had 3 players on him and tackling him, and he tried to offload the ball, and it was clear that he tried to offload, and that's why the ball went forward. However, the ref ruled, unfortunately, strip penalty.
Yeah.
Now, from that resulting penalty,
How can that?
Warriors had 5 sets in a row on the Cowboys line. They eventually cracked.
Oh, and like
And then off the
pressure.
kickoff, Cowboys were still absolutely bugging. You could tell like they were drained of energy. They scored again. It's just unfortunate that one moment took away that attacking football, and it made the Cowboys be on the defensive and Warriors be on the attack for consistently 5 minutes and have 100% possession. It's just, I just found a real downer for the game to be decided, because it was 22-18 to Warriors. Cowboys had done a great job to come from 16-0 down. I thought it was a real shame that the Cowboys can look back to that moment as to why Warriors were attacking their line consistently.
Yeah.
Why is it so hard to just get a video ref and just wait an extra 10 seconds and watch a replay?
Because in this instance,
the flow of the game, is that really?
But this was the tide turning in that game. The whole nature of the game totally changed with that penalty, because it went from attacking football to one team attacking, one team defending, one team's energy being sapped, the other team constantly trying to find holes in the defence.
Now, I've just had an absolute brilliant idea. I have not written this down or anything. But the NRL wants to get more money out of ads, and that's why we have the ads and the games aren't live and whatever. But if we stopped play for all the calls to check them, while they're being checked, have the ads, make all the money, have the game still live. So we all get the game live. They still get the time in the game to show the ads, and we get the calls right all at the same time. You got any problems with that?
Just to add innovation to that idea, in India, in cricket, there are ads ridiculously. That's why there's so much money in there, just a separate thing. So after every delivery, there is an ad that comes up, takes up about a quarter of your TV screen, and it comes underneath. Why not, when a video ref decision's being made, there is a little ad that just pops up during the game, so it doesn't interrupt any gameplay.
Something like that.
While they're checking video ref or something like that.
Because, I mean, going to ads, Channel 9, it's pretty annoying. You see a Bunnings ad and you're just like, I don't care, whatever, I want to watch rugby league. If an ad comes up down the bottom and it's not actually obstructing, the replays that you're still seeing, and there's no gameplay being done.
And you still see the ad.
Yeah, you still see the ad. You see the ad for Harvey Norman, whatever it is, and, the NRL would get... stuff like that. It'd be good. It wouldn't be an issue.
We get the calls right, we get the money, and we get the games live.
Just an idea, NRL. Try and
brains. Come on.
Yeah.
I did that. I'm just sitting here making a crappy show. Come on.
Yeah.
All right. Next game, or is there any more points?
No,
Sharks game.
one last point from that game was you got to give credit again to where credit's due, and it's to the Cowboys this time because
Yeah.
without 2 Test front rowers, the Test halfback, arguably one of the best halfbacks to play the game, arguably.
I think he is.
You've also got Brent Tate, Origin centre. Without those 4 huge players, to come back from 16-0 down to 22-18 and put up the fight against they did against the Warriors, and if you saw the end score, you might not agree with me, but if you watch it again, you'd understand. That's why I want to give Cowboys a big rap. And also to the players who are dropped for Origin, Dave Taylor for South, what a game he has. Matt Bowen dropped from the squad. Unbelievable. He set up a couple try-assists, fantastic defence. Really shows that when they come back to club games, they really put in for their club as well.
Yeah, they really want to impress for the next Origin game coming
Notice
up.
they're all Queenslanders that are being mentioned here. So.
Yeah, exactly. But also Fleet Mateo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Some games like this, you look at him and you cannot understand why Parramatta let him go.
Yeah.
It was
Because they're Parramatta.
It was just one of those games where he just offloaded it well, broke the line well. Every time he got the ball, it was just he looked dangerous.
Yeah.
He did.
And really, we'll discuss it maybe sometime later. But what does he have to do to get a bit of an Origin call-up?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we were talking about that before.
Good win for the Warriors. They really needed it if they want to make the top 8 this year. So
Yeah.
it's a great win for them.
Last game we'll talk about Brisbane Sharks. Good game of football. That was game of the round until Warriors.
That was the most
very
physical
good
game of the round for sure.
That was. Sharks got so physical in that
Yes.
game. But now these two teams have played 47. Brisbane have won 30 and Sharks have won 17.
Well, I was very disheartened at the start of this match because I know how bad our record is
Yeah,
because
it's not
I've watched every Brisbane Shark game for the past.
And you watch
Yada,
this
yada,
show
yada.
as well.
Yes, exactly. So, I knew that we have a terrible record against Brisbane. Even if they were the baby Broncos, they beat the Roosters. Like, well, why wouldn't they be able to beat the Sharks without Gallen and Carney? But Sharks stepped up brilliantly.
Yep.
Pomeroy had a great game. Wade Graham,
Oh,
man.
Wade Graham. Oh.
I have ragged on that guy and
years.
said, well, he is not the player that I thought he would be. He got shifted from the halves. He played so good. He was aggressive. He played in Gallen's 13 jersey.
Yep.
No one can play better than that
Such
jersey for the
good
Sharks,
winters.
apparently.
Oh,
That was
that's
great.
the
He
jersey.
played so good. Now, there was a hit in that game,
Yes.
which could be game-turning. Could have been.
Could have,
Potentially.
really
It was
could have
16-0. Sharks were racing the clock. It was 16-0 after basically about that amount of time. And there was a hit on Josh Hoffman in the in-goal area.
Yeah.
Now, this happened a dozen times last night in the Origin, okay? When a player's head gets hit by a part of the opposing tackler's body, okay? So, Wade Graham comes in, hits him. Josh Hoffman is trying to duck to get out of the in-goal. So, he's ducking, as you would, to go low, as any good fullback would do. Ducking to get low and barrel his way to get under. He gets hit by Wade Graham's shoulder. As Wade Graham is going for a tackle, Josh Hoffman gets knocked out. I think it was Jeremy Smith dives on the ball. Try. The referee goes
Wade
toward it.
Wade Graham scored, didn't he?
No, he didn't score, but someone said, so I'm not sure exactly who it was. But referee goes to point to the spot, goes, oh, wait a minute, video ref, and they call it a high shot, and Wade Graham gets put on report. Now, Brisbane came back in that game 16-12, and it was only a Stapleton intercept pass when they were attacking that really sealed the game. So, potential turning point. I mean, Flanagan was already upset after the game. He was really filthy with that call. And the Jeremy Smith call when he was on the ground and went to defend himself. He was filthy about those calls, but those could have been game-changing if, that intercept pass hadn't been
Could also be season-changing because you caught up to, I know, the Bulldogs, now 24 points each.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good victory away.
We needed
away
to
to Brisbane. You caught them at the good time.
Absolutely,
It's luck of the draw, but you still need to get the job done.
Yeah.
And you're only just ahead of Roosters now.
Yeah, just by a little bit. Roosters, we're playing you guys this week, actually. You have a chance to catch up.
Yes, bring it on. I can't wait for
I think
that
me and
game.
you are going to that game, right?
Yeah, we'll go to it,
Is it Sunday or Monday?
You driving?
Get Catherine to drive. She can...
Get her to drive, fantastic.
Yeah, we can drink and get wasted.
Awesome.
Should be good.
That'll do us for a few games past, thank you.
The one last thing, though. Rachel. First person to comment
Rachel!
on
Thank
this
you,
video.
we love you. Thanks for subscribing.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Rachel.
first subscribe, we love it.
Yeah, it's
I know, we were quite excited to see that.
Someone we don't know, it's fantastic.
yeah, that's
Special
legitimately interested in the show, which is great because we're
Even
doing
though-
it, so
Even though
fantastic.
you are a West Tigers supporter, we'll take you on board.
No, I'll defend you. I don't mind the Tigers. These two have a problem with your team for some reason.
Just this year, they're
Yeah, but we
fine, really.
thank you for coming
Yes,
on board
thank
with
you
us.
to Rach, yes.
And hopefully we'll get more subscribers after this, but thanks, Rach.
Yeah, everyone keep subscribing, keep looking us up.
Yeah, do this every week, so as long as you guys like us. Hey guys, Golden Points here. We're here with Mike's 2 cents yet again. Each and every week we got it. We're talking about jerseys this week. Mike, take it away. Let's do it.
Oh, it's a small issue in the game, however, I know families will think it's a big issue. Home jerseys, away jerseys, alternative jerseys, heritage jerseys. why would you want an alternative jersey instead of the home jersey? Would you rather the alternative jersey where you rarely see your team play him?
Well, not if
No.
I'm going to spend $150, no.
No, but they market it. Well, for what reason? It's very expensive for families with little kids as well, with the kids' jerseys being about $70. They're going to grow out of it. They're going to have to get new ones. Oh, guess what? We've got a selection for you to choose from. It's an expensive thing of merchandise, and there are so many options. Why do you need all the different jerseys for?
I don't even think I've seen anyone walk around in an alternate South Sydney jersey or an alternate,
predominantly white
jersey.
with red and green, the little stripes. Who wants that? That doesn't.
I don't think anyone will fork over the money for that. So yeah, it's a joke. I mean, I don't know why the NRL really tries to market it so hard. It's such a hard thing to market, really.
And then you've also got All Stars jerseys, Indigenous All Stars. Where does it stop? Lastly, about jerseys. We love the numbers, numbers. Number 6, it's the 5/8. Number 8, it's the prop. What about names? Now, maybe with the teamless and injuries now, you can't, but, geez, it would be good from a number 1 Bulldogs jersey to become the number 1 Barber jersey.
Yeah.
It would just add that little emphasis.
Yes.
And then, I'm sure the little kids, if you lower the money, which we're talking about, we want to lower the money, and if the kids would jump upon it to have different the names for particular jerseys.
Well, that'd be a great idea. I mean, you have to do a separate thing to get that name on the jersey. You have to go to someone and get it stitched on. Why not just have it pre-done? I mean, we know players leave clubs all the time, but if you want to sell it more, I think it would be better than making alternate jerseys. Get a barber.
Do you remember
get a Greg Inglis.
Do you remember when Nate Moss played for the Bulldogs? He really did all.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So yeah, no, that's just our 2 cents this week. Just a small thing on jerseys and how ridiculous it is. How the NRL can possibly market it better, but that's the way it's going this week. So we'll catch you guys again next week on the Golden Points. 2 cents.